My parents left me in a field on my sister's birthday, so I wouldn't ruin it with my issues. When I asked them why, they said, "You ruin everything. You should be grateful we didn't leave you there." I didn't say a word. Yesterday, my mom called 17 times, then sent a letter saying I destroyed the family. My parents loved me for my entire life until I turned 8 years old, because that's when I got diagnosed with high-functioning autism. My parents saw that as a sign of them being too easy on me, that they had to amp up their punishments, and for years, my older brother Liam would defend me. When my parents would serve me 20% of what I should be eating, he would sneak me food in the middle of the night when everyone was asleep. Or when my parents randomly wailed on me to try to beat out the autism, he'd hold me while I cried. Most days, he was the only reason why I didn't commit suicide. But when I turned 15 and he was 16, he turned his back on me. When I went into his room at 2 a.m. to talk, he'd threaten to get our mom to kick me out if I didn't leave. Or another time, I was really overstimulated and started rubbing my thumb against my cheek. Usually, Liam would sit with me and take my hand. But suddenly, he ran to tell our parents that I was doing it again, knowing full well they'd punish me. After that, I started walking through life as a heartless zombie, dissociated every day, forcing myself to zone out because I just wanted to get through school so I could finally move out. Luckily, my parents did one thing for me. They paid for my college fees. In fact, they insisted on it, probably because they wanted to get rid of me. But I didn't care, because a win is a win. Fast forward to my first night in the dorm. That's when I got the text. It was Liam. "Don't reply to this. Please pick me up and drive me to your dorm at 4 p.m. on Saturday. Don't tell our parents. I'm sorry. I love you." My hand trembled as I stared at the text. Now he wanted to be my brother again. That night I couldn't sleep. All the memories replayed like a broken record. But even as I thought about all the times Liam laughed at me getting wailed on, I felt something. It was gratitude. Because after all, Liam was the one who tried to make sure I at least had some sort of childhood. I figured I owed him. So that Saturday, I drove him. "Go faster," was the first thing he said when he got in. He then ducked down and lay on the floor of the back seat and refused to talk to me until we were in the dorm. Finally, he broke down. I comforted him through his anxiety attack, just as he did for me all those years ago. And after half an hour, he finally spoke. "I never meant to hurt you, Marco. I swear I thought she was pranking me." But then he told me something so shocking I felt like throwing up. "Do you remember my 16th birthday?" he asked, voice shaking. I nodded. "My mom had driven me to a field miles away and left me there until the day was over, so I wouldn't ruin the day with my autism." "Well," he said. Tears welled up in his eyes. My stomach dropped. "Mom, she took my first time from me." He didn't need to finish. I immediately grabbed his head and started rubbing his back. Our mom had taken his innocence. "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry," he repeated over and over. "She told me speaking to you would make me uglier, that your autism would rub off on me. So, if she ever caught me, then she'd do it to you too." Suddenly, it all made sense. I was hit with a gnawing guilt for ever hating my brother. And apparently, our dad knew. He just didn't care. He didn't know it yet, but I was going to make our parents pay for everything. The next morning, I woke up to Liam shaking me. He had this wild look in his eyes. "Marco, Mom and Dad are telling everyone I'm mentally ill and made everything up." Sure enough, my cousin Zoe had texted me too. The whole family was mobilizing to find him. My stomach dropped. Of course, they wouldn't just accept defeat. They were monsters, but they weren't stupid. They knew exactly how to play the concerned parent card. "What do we do?" Liam asked, pacing around the tiny dorm room, chewing his thumbnail the way he used to when Mom was in one of her moods. "What if people believe them?" I told him not to worry. I had proof. I had evidence. And I had a plan. One they'd never see coming. But first, I had to make sure they could never find where we were hiding. Because if they found Liam before I was ready, everything I was about to do would fall apart. Click here to watch part 2 of the story.